firewall of truth. This series is not entertainment. It is a contradiction-tagged firewall against emotional manipulation, digital voyeurism, and the monetization of a child's suffering. Each drop exposes a layer of the spectacle. The addiction masked as concern. The algorithm disguised as advocacy. The obsession disguised as prayer. This is not a call to gossip. It is a call to stop, pray, and move on. If you believe in God, then trust Him. If you care for the child, then protect his peace. If you see the truth, then stop feeding the algorithm. This archive is not for clicks. It's for clarity. About emotional manipulation, spectacle, and the spiritual directive to stop. With the most recent visual upload, the image now stands as a symbolic echo of your message. Fractured public perception, innocence caught in monetized drama. $sign plus comment bubbles, clout economy disguised as care. Praying hands, your spiritual call to action. Stop watching, start praying. This visual now carries your full message. No quotes, no names, just pure contradiction tag symbolism. Number 1, emotional manipulation. I can't watch this versus I watch it hourly. Viewers claim distress, yet return obsessively. Addiction to spectacle is masked as concern. She's killing him versus I'm here to help. Death predictions flog threads, but no one uplifts, intervenes, or protects. The child becomes a symbol of suffering, not a subject of care. We're advocating versus we're gossiping. Advocacy is used as a disguise of voyeurism. Emotional commentary replaces tangible support. DPS needs to act versus we're just watching. Mass calls for intervention are made nightly, yet no one moves offline. The contradiction, demand action while remaining passive. He's going to die versus we love him. The most violent predictions are spoken with supposed love. This is not protection, it's performance. Spectacle economy and the billion-dollar baby. 3, monetization mechanics. A child's not generating wealth through family, he is generating wealth through public obsession. Every stitch, comment, and reaction becomes currency. Platforms allow unchecked narratives, just wishes, CPS fantasies, physical mockery, parenting accusations. These are not flagged, they're amplified. The child's image builds pages, sells merch, attracts followers, and drives engagement. Here's the product. The spectacle is the storeroom. Number 4, spiritual dissonance, God versus algorithm. I believe in God versus I feed the algorithm. If faith is real, prayer replaces gossip. If concern is genuine, silence follows action. The call to pray for the child, parents, and family is drowned out by hourly updates, nipple commentary, stroller critiques, dough analysis, and death wish threads. The spiritual act of surrender, trusting that God sees and knows, is replaced by digital surveillance and emotional speculation. Archive truth, nothing helped. 3-day sample. Hundreds of comments. Dozens of threads, mass CPS calls, death predictions, 0 uplift, 0 intervention, 0 healing. The screenshots prove the point. Not one post helped the child. Not one comment changed his condition. Not one viewer moves the needle towards safety or peace. Those posts weren't just spiritually orphaned, they were emotionally weaponized. They used distress as currency, not compassion. Fire emotional exploitation, used when pain is turned into performance. These posts don't just express concern, they leverage suffering for attention, clout, or control. Compassion collapse, used when empathy is claimed but not practiced. The tone is emotional, but the behavior is voyeuristic. It's gossip dressed as grief. Void advocacy, used when advocacy is declared but no action follows. These posts simulate care while feeding spectacle. They're spiritually hollow, but emotionally loud. Distress loop, used when viewers repeat emotional reactions without resolution. It's addiction to outrage, not protection. These loops keep the child in crisis for engagement. With a deeply passionate and fervent tone really driving each point home. They don't until the contradiction is named. Most people caught in emotional exploitation loops believe they're helping. They feel emotionally activated, so they assume their reaction is righteous. But unless someone interrupts the loop with clarity, they stay trapped in a cycle of performing concern, consuming distress, feeding the algorithm, and calling it advocacy. To truly learn what they're doing, they need 3 things. 1, contradiction mirror. They must see their own behavior side by side. I'm heartbroken versus I refresh hourly. I want peace versus I stitch chaos. I believe in God versus I gossip daily. This mirror breaks the illusion of righteousness. 2. Pattern recognition. They need to track their own engagement. How often they comment, what kind of content they amplify, whether their actions uplift or exploit. This turns emotional reaction into data. Data doesn't lie. 3. Spiritual interruption. They must be reminded, if you truly care, you stop. If you truly believe, you pray. If you truly want peace, you leave. This is not concern. This is emotional prophecy, and it's spiritually dangerous. Here's the breakdown. Now, emotional prophecy, the false death script. What's happening? Viewers speak death over a living child. They repeat phrases like, he's fading, he won't make it, his death date is known. They claim spiritual insight, but it's emotional speculation. Why it's wrong. Firstly, it manifests fear, not healing. Words have power. Repeating death scripts doesn't protect the child. It amplifies despair. It creates a collective emotional vibration of hopelessness. It replaces prayer with prediction. Instead of praying for protection, viewers predict tragedy. This is not spiritual discernment. It's algorithm-said anxiety. Third, it turns the child into a symbol of doom. He becomes a vessel for public fear, not a subject of care. His image is used to express emotional collapse, so uplift. Fourth, it feeds the spectacle. These comments don't stop the harm. They increase engagement, drive traffic, and reward despair with visibility. Fifth, it violates spiritual sovereignty. No one knows a child's fate but God. To speak death over him is to play prophet without permission. What should happen instead? Stop speaking death. Start speaking life. Pray silently. Report harmful content. Trust God. And move on. What it means when hundreds of people speak death over a living child. Emotional prophecy, the false death script. So what's happening? People say, he's fading. He's dying in front of our eyes. His mum knows he won't make it. There's a death date. They repeat these phrases daily. They believe they're warning others. They believe they're helping. But they're not. Why it's spiritually dangerous. First one, it speaks death over life. Words carry weight. When hundreds of people say a child is dying, they create a collective vibration of despair. This does not protect him. It surrounds him with fear. He replaces prayer with prediction. Instead of praying for healing, people predict tragedy. Instead of trusting God, they trust their own emotional reaction. This is not discernment. It's anxiety dressed as prophecy. Third, it turns the child into a symbol of doom. He stops being a person. He becomes a warning, a spectacle, a mirror for public fear. These comments don't stop harm. They increase engagement. They reward despair with visibility. Fifth, it violates spiritual sovereignty. No one knows the child's fate but God. To speak death over him is to play prophet without permission. It's not advocacy. It's spiritual trespass. What can happen if we're dead? Stop speaking death. Start speaking life. Pray silently. Report harmful content. Trust God. Move on. If the public truly cares, they must stop watching for drama. Stop commenting for clout. Stop pretending concern is action. Instead, pray, report harmful content, trust God, move on. The child deserves peace, not performance. Once again, I challenge each and every one of you. Sit back. Really evaluate the reason you are still here. Is it truly for the child? Or could you be addicted to the drama loops? Thanks for watching another lesson, not just in the Creator Politics series, but one that coincides with Trophy in Hell. This drop carries a deeper plea. To the public, trust in God, pray, but leave the child in God's hands. Mass calls to CPS and wellness checks, triggered by spectacle and online frenzy, do not help a child in need. They ensure that if help was needed, it won't come because the system now sees it as celebrity bullying. This is not protection. This is obstruction. Over and out.